This is Underground Opera.
Let's all go to the lobby to give ourselves a treat.
I'm driving round the bend of ex-girlfriends. I got nothing left to lose. Ended up in New Hampshire, but I hardly know her, and there's nothing here to do. 3 weeks in Louisiana, 3 days in Oklahoma. I'm making my way out west. Colorado was so pretty but seemed a little busy, so I guess I'll make the best. I wanna go to Blockbuster. Didn't appreciate it when I was younger. The cable wasn't stable, so I fucked with the antenna and I lost 3 channels again. So I guess movie rentals just weren't sustainable, but nostalgia never ends. I wanna go to Blockbuster. The theater's butter budget has gotta get better. Just paid $20 for a small. We'll party like the 90s, eat all our candy, throw it up in the bathroom stall. We'll sing the Eagles and take it easy. We'll take it easy and try to enjoy the movie. So silence your cell phones, don't want to hear your ringtone. The curtain is opening up.
Hey, everybody! Woo! There it is. There's my audience. All right, stop it. I'll stop. Let's see it. Hit me with your comments tonight. Hit me with your comments hard. I see you watching. I see a couple of you watching anyway. Anyway, we're gonna get right down into it. I'm gonna make a couple of quick announcements and bring my guest right on. Like always, last week, the last show last week, I announced that there was going to be a veterans benefit at Dino's Pizza in Maldron, Kentucky. It got rained out, and so it is rescheduled for this Friday night. My friends, the Southern Rhythm Band, will be there playing, and it's all Veterans Night. It's honoring Veterans Night, and 504 South Dixie Highway, Maldron, Kentucky. It is the pizza that won the blue ribbon in the Kentucky State Fair. Oh, yeah. So not only will you be supporting veterans, seeing a great band, you will also be having the pizza that took home the blue ribbon at the Kentucky State Fair just last week before? Yeah, it was last week, something like that. And my other announcement, as always, open mic at the Hitching Post Tavern in 115 West Market Street, New Albany, Indiana, right across the river from Louisville, Kentucky. It's been a pretty killer open mic. We didn't do it last night. This Monday night, because it's Labor Day. But we will be right back at it. Rhode Island Dave, your humble host. He has the whole setup. There'll be there's a drum kit there, bass amp, everything. So come on down, jam, play your songs you wrote, play a song you didn't write. Beers are like $1.50 there. I mean, seriously, Monday nights beers are like $1.50. How could you go wrong if you would want something doing them? I know it sucks to get out on Monday, but not for this. Anyway, I'm rambling on like always. Let's bring on my guest. You kind of grinned when I said $1.50 beers, man.
Yeah, that caught my attention. That sounds awesome. I mean, you can't argue with that. That's fantastic.
Can't argue with logic like that, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell us who you are, where you're from.
My name is Sean. I'm in the musical project Strangeness and Proportion, and I'm right here in Doylestown, Pennsylvania.
Marine smoking is mandatory. That's right. Smoking is still allowed in Indiana, in bars in Indiana. Well, it's up to the owner's discretion, and there they smoking is allowed.
That's awesome. Another another sell for me. There you go.
Well, I haven't actually had a cigarette in 5 years, but I've got the sissy stick.
Yeah.
What are you going to tell me about tonight?
So I have a new album that just came out last Friday, the August 30th. It's called Anything More Than Fractional, Who You Once Were, a Few Parts Hollow. It's taken about 4 years of writing, recording, mixing, mastering, all that nonsense, and it's finally here. It's a huge weight off my shoulders, and I couldn't be more excited about it. I really think it's my best work to date. I don't know how I'm going to top it. I mean, I said I didn't know how I was going to top my last album. I definitely did. So we'll see maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 20 years down the line if I do it. But for right now, this is the best we got, and I'm stoked on it, and I'm super proud. It's I really just, it's amazing. I feel like a huge weight off my shoulders now that it's out, and I'm so excited that it's out. People can listen to it. I'm getting feedback. I'm getting good feedback. So yeah, it's awesome.
Well, the sophomore album is supposed to be your most important album, so you did something right. At least that's what I've always heard in music business. That's sophomore records, guys. Blah blah blah.
Contrary to common belief of the sophomore slump, I think in music you're correct. That's usually how it goes.
I always think my sophomore album topped my first one, just because I had a better recording studio, the good engineers, everything, and my most popular album is still my first one, and I don't know why, because I never thought it was that great of it. I thought it was a great album for about a month.
Yeah.
Then I think it was a great album anymore. Second one, I still think it's a great album, but for some reason it's in the listener. It's up to the listener,
Exactly. Yep. I mean, it's like your most popular song is never the best one you've written. It's like you got to find the deep cuts.
Yep. Well, you've released a video.
I have. So that's a perfect segue. So this also took me about 4+ months to gather all the clips, edit everything together, fight with my computer to export it and upload it to YouTube. But I have a couple pieces of merch. So that video, first and foremost, you can find on YouTube, because I knew I didn't want to go through 4 months of effort for no one to watch it. So that's up on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Strangeness and Proportion. It is the whole album, start to finish, lyric video with visuals. So to accompany that, I got DVDs.
Oh wow!
As well. Yeah, the DVDs are actually cool because there's a secret hidden disc in here that has all of my music videos as well. And then, because it's very on brand with the album, I had to record it on VHS tape. So this is a real functioning VHS tape with that video on it. It's got some stickers inside.
Yeah.
So I went all out for it. And we also, of course, have CDs. You cannot watch the video on CD, but you can watch it on VHS and DVD and YouTube.
My God, I still have a VHS because I'm better than regular people.
Yeah. Mine's sitting right next to me.
I still got one. That's
awesome.
It's still functional, man. Anytime I'm out hunting, I come across a good VHS, I'll buy it.
Oh yeah, I've found a few good thrift shops to go get, like those 99 cents. Yeah, there's a few remaining, and I buy every single one I can find unless it's a duplicate. I got like a whole Excel spreadsheet to know what I have and what I don't have.
Now, where did you say you're from? I'm sorry.
Doylestown, Pennsylvania.
Doyle's. Oh, we are the same time zone.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned New Hampshire in one of your songs. I was like, is he from New Hampshire?
Oh, yep. That's right. I specifically for the rhyme, I liked New Hampshire. I hardly know her.
Well, back to the video. Sean Hunter, is that you?
That's actually the supporting role, the best friend of Corey from the '90s show Boy Meets World. That song's all about him.
Who's in the video with you?
That's my little sister playing a younger version of me. I was like, oh, I have this idea, I want to kind of interact with my younger self. Who's going to play me? Well, it's super convenient. I have a little sister that's 14 years younger than me. I was like, well, let's put a beanie on her and give her a lip ring and try our best.
Yeah, there's my engineer right there. I thought you were a Betamax, Rob. My engineer and producer extraordinaire, Mr. Everett. No, I'm not a Betamax guy. I don't even know what Betamax is. I had a video disc player back in the day, one of those that you stick the disc in and take it back out. But
Oh, okay, yeah.
You remember those?
Yep.
I had one of those. I won it. That's the first thing I ever
that's
won
awesome.
in my life.
Yeah, oh, wow.
It worked for about 4 months. Then people quit making movies. VCR
Sounds
came
about
out
right.
and just dumped. That thing just crashed. But
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I love the line, go throw up in the bathroom. Or is it Blockbuster video?
Yep.
Eat all the candy, go say it for me.
We'll party like the '90s, eat all our candy, throw it up in the bathroom stall.
For a song just mostly playing acoustic and stuff, and it's real happy sounding, and all of a sudden we'll throw up in the bathroom stall. Genius.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Your guar is showing.
Laserdisc. Yep, absolutely.
Is Scott Pilgrim real?
What, sorry?
Is Scott Pilgrim real?
The person, I think the concept definitely is. For anyone not familiar, Scott Pilgrim was a graphic novel, and then they turned it into a movie starring Michael Cera as Scott Pilgrim. It's an Edgar Wright movie. So that's another. There's if you couldn't tell, there's a lot of references to nostalgic media on this album, and that song is just entirely references to the books and the movie.
All right. There's some great songs on this record, man. I've enjoyed the shit out of it. I don't say that to every guest.
Oh, that's very nice of you. I try to hook people with the titles. Hopefully they'll stay long enough to get through the song,
How did you get past the copyright stuff with some of the samples in your music?
I said, it's not very punk of me if I care. So, I mean,
Right.
The album has only been out for a little bit. I have not gotten any cease and desist so far. We'll see. Maybe in a few months you'll have me on and I'll be like, I lost everything. But for right now, I'm crossing my fingers for fair use.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. Everett should chime in on that. He knows about that stuff. Since it is my show, we're going to talk about my favorite song. the happy song.
Absolutely. Oh, good. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it.
Tell me about it.
I wrote the happy song probably a couple years ago at this point, and I started playing it at my community college's open mic night, and I loved the dichotomy of, like, you know, an upbeat, really silly sounding song, and then just listing these horrible things that are going on in your life, and then to also wrap it up, the cherry on top, like the happy ba ba ba's, and get the crowd participation, and it just, the whole concept of it, I just thought was hysterical, and it was a big hit at the open mic night. So I was like, I gotta pursue this. I gotta do something with this.
Real quick, hello Jason, thanks for watching. No, that song's hilarious to me, man. I'm a big fan of like kind of gallow humor. So
Okay.
that song to me is just it's awesome. It's hilarious.
Thank you. Oh,
Now,
I'm glad you like it.
now you have who? Tell me about Fish Zoo.
Yes.
On
Okay.
Ellen DeGenerate.
Yes. So about 2 years ago as well, a couple buddies. Well, actually, I wrote Blackout on Your Block with a couple of friends. That was the first single off of this album we released forever ago, before I even had an idea for this album. It was the middle of COVID and we had nothing else to do but write. So we wrote Blackout together, me and my buddy Billy. And he's super into music. He does not have a musical bone in his body, but he really likes to listen to it. So he was like, hey, you know, you've been doing this for a while. How about we start a band together? You can write and do everything, and I'll just be a pretty face. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So Fish Zoo is the project that we started together. We have one single out. It's been the only single for a couple of years. But I actually stole this song, Ellen, from Fish Zoo. I wrote it for Fish Zoo. And I was like, you know what? It really seems to make a lot more sense with the concept of the album I'm writing for Strangeness. Can we do some sort of compromise? We make a deal? I was like, well, first and foremost, Fish Zoo needs to be featured on it. If you're going to take it out of our very limited discography, I was like, well, check. We can do that. And so that's kind of how it came about. But yeah, Fish Zoo is my other project. If we're known for anything, we're known to be the worst band ever, and we pride ourselves in that.
Okay, tell me about Blue Cola.
Blue Cola is a friend of mine that I met at community college. We just, a similar kind of situation, just throughout COVID. I wrote this song, Mood Rings and Moon Shoes. I was like, it started, most of my songs start written acoustic because that's what I can do in my bedroom. And I was like, it's got kind of this vibe that I'm not able to capture on my own. Would you like to come in and see what we can do with it? And we rewrote some stuff, and they added their own charm to it, and we recorded that in my bedroom in like a few hours. We had it all written for a few weeks, maybe a couple months leading up, so we were pretty familiar with it. But yeah, it was a pretty quick recording session, and I pulled out my keyboard, got some weird settings, and I actually plugged in the keyboard through my guitar pedal board, and we were just trying to find the weirdest sounds we could. We were really just messing around with all that.
Bro, I think it's cool you have guests. I really think that's cool of you. And
thank you.
So
I try my best. I think
I really wanted to make sure to plug that
sorry.
in. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I try my best. I mean, I think it's important. A lot of people in a lot of different communities and industries seem to think it's very competitive, and I don't think there's any reason. There's enough music to go around, but if someone can listen to your music, why, it's really not taking time away from them to listen to mine as well. I think that's the sweetest part about the music community is everyone collectively can build each other up. So I was happy to have some friends pop in on the album, and I'm very diligent with making sure every single person who's had eyes, hands, ears, anything on my music gets their fair share and their due credit.
All right. We are starting to run out of time. Anything you want to plug in before we wrap her up?
Once again, you can find my music on all streaming platforms. I primarily use Spotify, but that's up to you. I got my merch on strangeness.bandcamp.com/merch, where you can pick up the CDs, VHS tapes, DVDs. Go watch the YouTube video that almost cost me my life to export. And I am releasing, I just announced this about like 20 minutes before I got on here. I'm releasing a music video for Matthew Lillard Skinner this Friday at noon. So go check that out. It's a good one. I'm really excited about this music video. Merch. We also I haven't announced these yet, but this will be your exclusive sneak preview. My lovely girlfriend has been making these crochet VHS tapes. Because for my last album, my last album was very ghost themed. So we made crochet ghosts of all different colors. So we're making the VHS tapes. And we also decided to make crochet ghosts out of VHS tape ribbon. So both of these are prototypes. This one doesn't have eyes yet, but those will be on my Bandcamp merch page in the near future.
There will be a link to the video to Sean Hunter in the comments on Facebook and probably in the description on YouTube. It might be in the comments. And speaking of YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to click that thumbs up, leave a comment. It really helps me out a lot. Cost you nothing. Same with Facebook. Hit those thumbs up. Hit me with those comments. Share. Check out Strangeness in Proportion. Is there a premiere for the new video, the Matthew Lillard Skinner?
There will be at noon. I'll be hanging out in the chat, and we can all watch it together if you're available.
I mean, is there a premiere set up, a countdown? Yep. On Friday, right at noon. If you hop in, it'll do the countdown, and we'll be ready to go. Crochet VHS.
That's awesome.
Thanks for chiming in, Robert. Robert writes songs with me, by the way.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it.
And all right. And as soon as I can, I will get a link in the comment or something for that video. And plug in your link tree.
Linktree / Strangeness in Proportion. Super easy. You got everything right there.
That is all our time we have for now. Thank you for listening to Undergroundopolis. Remember, we do this every Wednesday night, bringing you new and exciting artists every week. Be sure to hit up their websites and social media and stream or download their music. If you like this show, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, any streaming platform, and leave us a review as well. I'm your host, Rob Lyon, signing off.